Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, welcome to Bella Crafts Live. Oh, I know what I was forgetting. I'm in the dark here. Let's see if that's a little better. Oh, Lord. Kind of scary. Yeah, kind of scary because I'm not awake yet. So,
There is
Hi.
that.
I know, right? Okay. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Um, Ann and I are both here today. Yay. And we
Yay.
both have projects. Yay.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that do not know us or you're watching us for the very first time, my name is Lisa Rojas, and this is my business partner and very dear friend, Ann Butler. And Ann and I own Bella Crafts Publishing. We put out, I'm trying to go through the spiel so, we can get to the playing part. Ann and I put out a digital craft magazine that is free, absolutely free. Hi, Helen. It
Hey,
doesn't,
Helen.
yeah, it doesn't cost anything, not, it's just free. We've been doing it for over 10 years now. And it's just a lot of fun. There's a lot. I know, right? Oh
I know.
gosh. Yeah, 13. Yeah.
In
13
our
years we've been
14th year,
doing
I
this.
think. Yep,
This is our 14th.
I think so.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah. So we've been doing it for a while. So if you haven't signed up, Ann's going to put all the links in for me. Once I get started on the project, she'll let you know all the stuff that we're talking about right now. So let's talk about BellaCon.
Well, before that,
Excited?
let me talk about something. Well, I'll talk about this maybe later when more people are in.
Okay.
So we can talk about the event. So BellaCon is happening April 17th through the 21st. It is a virtual show where last year all of the instructors were together. This year, because we doubled the instructors, a little over half of the instructors are all together. So it's a fun event. It's last year
Yeah.
was 2.5 days. This year is 4 days. We had
So much fun.
8 instructors, and now we have 16 plus special guests. So
Yes.
that's in addition to the 16. So it is going to be fun. I just went over to my son's to pick up a couple things that for the swag bags because they were delivered to his house because they were delivered on a pallet. And I have no way of having a pallet delivered at my house. So I had to have him open it up so I could see how big some of those items were. So because Emerald Creek is providing the swag bag envelopes,
Right.
bubble envelopes or boxes. And I had to see how big these items were because I think it's the biggest items we have to see how big of packages we needed to get.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of product that's going
I have a
into
ton
this.
of product behind me here on the floor.
Yeah.
I have some in the hallway in my right outside of my craft room.
It's
And
taken over her house.
that lovely palette my son has, he is going to be delivering next week when I'm at NAMTA. And I said, just put it in the porch. Just put, because he can't deliver it as a pallet. He has to deliver it as all separate boxes because
Yeah,
we
because
can't
it's too much.
get it here unless he brought his skid loader or something. But
Yeah.
he couldn't get it in my house. So yes, I said just put all the
Needless to
boxes
say,
in the porch.
yeah, needless to say, there is a lot of swag. And anybody that was at BellaCon last year will say, I mean, they will tell you how much stuff they got.
Yep. It
in
was
those swag bags.
over $200 worth of retail value, and this year it's very close to the same.
Yeah. So a lot,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. Yes. So Bellicon, that's coming up April 17th
17th through the 21st.
through the 21st. Okay. You need to sign up for it. Anne's going to put the links in for you. So you guys will know where to go
And
to
there's
sign
two
up.
options. You can join with the swag. It's $147 plus a $10 processing fee, so it's $157
Right.
with free shipping within the US. If you live outside of the US, I'll have to calculate the shipping.
Right.
And then otherwise it's $97 with a $10 processing fee, so $107 to just come and enjoy all of the workshops. There will be, I think I'm still adding them up, about 24 workshops.
Yeah. It's a
And
lot.
tips and tricks and special things in between, a pajama party, time to chat with the instructors, and
Yeah.
tons of giveaways.
Yes. We love
And
our
the minimum
sponsors.
giveaway is about a $40 value.
Yeah.
So
So even the giveaways are, we're talking good stuff.
they're
If you
fabulous.
love product, there's some good stuff in there. So we're really excited about that, you guys. And one of the things that works so well with it being digital is because you can, if you can't catch the workshop that you want to see on the day that it's going to be there, you're going to have access to all of the workshops, and you can watch them at any time you want.
Yes.
So, we'll have Anne will set up a special Facebook group, and those that are in that Facebook group will have all of the stuff that they need for Melicon, and you
Yep.
can watch those workshops. I'm still watching workshops from last year. I
Well,
have them all on my computer, and when I want to try something, I get on there and look to see what's up.
and a lot of the instructors, not all of them, but a lot of them will have kits available. So you can craft
Yes.
right along, or you can watch and then craft later. So yes.
Yeah, it's
Fun
going
stuff.
to be fun. Okay, so for today we are working with Lawn Fawn again, one of our favorite companies. Well, all of our companies are our favorite companies, but we work with Lawn Fawn a lot, and they're really good people, and just
They have
awesome to
wonderful
work with.
dyes.
Yo, their dyes, I'm telling you, they're interactive dyes. I've said it before and I'll say it again. They are some of the best in the craft industry, as far as I'm concerned, in my humble opinion. So,
Excuse me.
and I've been doing this for a while. So, I know which is good and which is not good. So I'm going to show you real quick. This is what we're going to be making today. It isn't interactive, but I'm going to wait until there we go. I'm going to wait until I change my camera down to show you how it works, because it's too hard to do this way when I'm
Backward.
holding it up. I know, right? I need more arms. Or fingers or something. So
Yeah.
that's what we're going to be doing today. And I hope that my card is going to work, because I was playing with it earlier and I thought I had broke it. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that it'll work. So anyways, Lawn Fun is giving away a $25 gift card for the
Yay.
giveaway this week. Yay! We love our sponsors. We could
We
not
do.
do what we do without our sponsors. So we would love for you to go over to Lawn Fawn's Facebook page, give them a like. If you can, tell them, just a little comment saying, thank you for sponsoring with Bella Crafts Publishing.
Yeah.
Just something, just to let them know, because we love our sponsors. You know, they're really good to us. We couldn't do this every single week with giveaways without them. So that's why, you know, we love them so much. So the giveaway again, $25 gift card from Lawn Fawn. You need to hashtag Bella Crafts, like, comment, and share my video here. And then Anne's going to be doing her video at 2 p.m. I was going to say 12, but that's my time. At 2 p.m., Anne's going to be doing her live. So you want to like, share, and comment on hers also to get in with the giveaway. Again, hashtag Bella Crafts. And those of you that are watching on YouTube, don't worry about not being able to enter the contest because you're not on Facebook. Just put it in your comments in YouTube, and I will go in and put your names and stuff in manually. We use a randomizer to pick all of our winners each week. So there we go. I
Yep.
think I covered it all, right?
And for those watching the replays, we hold the giveaway until midnight Tuesday Central Time. So there's almost a full week to watch to still enter for the giveaway. So
yeah, so you have until the 19th.
Everybody have a chance.
Yes. So we do love.
We do.
So you have until the 19th, okay, like Anne said, at midnight, to join. And it is true, we get the majority of our views on replay. So, you know, we want everybody, like Anne said, to have a chance.
Yep.
So are we ready to rock and roll?
We are. Lisa is going to switch her camera, and I will pop out once she's all situated, and I will start putting links in. I am going to put a link in for Lawn Fawn's Facebook page. We'd love for you to go over and like their page too.
Yes, definitely.
So there you go.
Love us some Lawn Fawn. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I needed something to drink. Not alcoholic. Yeah, you don't want to see me drinking alcohol. It's not a good. I get too goofy if I ever do it. Okay, so this is what we are making today. And it's very soft. The colors, you know, like I did last week, very soft and pretty and, you know, just springy, right? So, hi, Valerie. So the way this works is it's called give a whirl is what Lawn Fawn calls it. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you how to make it. It's so simple to make. But
what
this
a
is
cute
how,
name.
you know, I know, right? She always comes up with great names for her stuff. Okay, we're talking about Kelly. She's the one that owns the company. Okay, so what you're going to do here, and I hope, like I said, I hope this works because I broke it earlier. I tried to fix it. But you see the arrow here, and you're going to turn this. And as you turn it, and I got to use my other finger here, and mine's sticking just a little bit, then you've got a whole new surprise on the inside.
That is so cute.
And so much fun. It really is a simple card to make for an interactive. I mean, you know, a lot of interactives can be extremely difficult. This one was super easy to put together. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm glad that I got it to work without it, you know, because I don't want to break it again. All right, so let me show you what I used for this. Get all of my stuff out here. Okay. So for this project, this is the die that does the actual cutting of the circle, the give a whirl. Yeah, give it a whirl. This is the die that I use to make the circle and all the mechanisms and all that. And I'm going to show you how to do it in a minute. So here's the die that I used. There's also a template that they have where you can use this to when you're stamping your image, let me do it this way. When you're stamping your image and you want to make sure that you get everything lined up really nicely, they have a really cool stencil that works with that, that will help you if, you need help. Okay, so let me put those away. And then also, I also use this other die set. It's a little bit of a mess right now because I used it. Okay, so this one is called Watering Can. And again, this is so much fun. There's so many cute little elements to it. So I use this one also. And then I love this. This is their paper pack that I use. This is called Rainbow Ever After. So this is the paper that I used. There's
Such
some
soft
really,
pastels.
yes, very much so. Very, very soft and pretty. So, which is, that's a little challenging for me because I like bold, bright colors, So, but hey, we got to do what we got to do, right? All right. So I use those. And then also, I'm going to need that. I also used 3 different stamp sets. Now, this is just because when I was going through my stamps. All right, let me give you a brief story about what happened. When I had talked to Lawn Fawn about creating this project, I had this in mind to do. These were the stamps that I wanted to use. I absolutely love these. They're so cool. But I did not estimate the size before I had them send it to me. So I had to come up with a whole new concept because I couldn't use these. These are too big to fit into the circle. So unfortunately, I couldn't use this set, which is what I was trying for, but I still used some fun stuff from Lawn Fawn stamps. Okay. So for this one, this is the fairy friends, right? Okay. This is where I used I'm trying to get the glare off. There we go. The sunflower in. I used that one. And then this is where I used, this one is called Magic Messages. This works perfect with the magic eye card that Lawn Fawn, or eye die that Lawn Fawn has. So this works perfect with those, but it also worked perfect for my project today. So I used the Hello Sunshine in that one. And then there's also this really cool little heart here that I used. And then also this little tiny flower down here. So those are the ones I used. And then I used this big sunflower one for my sunflower. So 3 different stamp sets, but I was having a good time with all of them. And you can do this with any stamps. You just want to make sure that whatever you're doing is going to fit in this and then also on your inside. Okay. So I want to just make sure that you guys know that. All right. So to get started, let me pull all of this stuff over. All right. So I'm going to move some of this off. And then I'm going to show you how I did this because, like I said, it really is a very simple interactive card to make. I was surprised. I was expecting it to be, a little bit more difficult, but it's not. It was just really, really cool. All right. So I've got all my little pieces here.
Dies just help that so much, making them so much easier.
Oh, I mean, and I'm so glad now that, these companies are coming out with dies for, all of the boxes and stuff like that I used to make, and I had to do them, by hand, and, interactive cards were difficult. You had to do everything, cut it all out. Yeah, they made it so much easier. Okay, so to get started, we are going to start with some yellow cardstock for our base. This is a 6x6. And then also our paper here from Lawn Fawn. And this is just down 1/4 of an inch. So it's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay. I am going to do a blog post for this, and it will be up on Sunday. So if you want the written directions for this, it'll be on our blog, along with, I'll write the instructions out, and then I also will have all of the cool pictures and stuff for each step that I do. All right. I thought this was, there we go. All right. Trying to get my glue unclogged. All right. So first things first, we're just going to adhere this to our base. Okay. I'm going to just put that on there just like that. All right. Make sure I got it on straight. Okay. So now we've got this, so we're going to set this aside. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do before we start on the actual interactive part of it, I wanted to show you, this is all of the cool dies that are in the gardening set. Okay, so let's scooch this stuff over. So I wanted you guys to see all of the pieces that's in this set, because it's really, really cool. So we've got the watering can, and let me move this. Okay, this is going to go over there for now. All right. So we've got our watering can, and then also the 2 tools that go with it. This is a little that you can use like as a seed packet. So you're going to cut one of those and then cut another color for the top. And we're going to just glue as we go on these pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here. And this is going to be for our little seed packet. There we go. And then you can write on it or stamp on it or however you want to do. What I did with mine here is I wrote seeds and then I stamped the flower a couple times on there. So, but it's totally up to you on how you want to do it. Okay. And then also there is a little heart that's in here. And then these 2 pieces, and you're going to see in all the step outs, you're going to see what die I used to cut out what piece. I mean, this is kind of obvious, but, just in case you get confused or whatever, it's all going to be on there. The pictures are going to be on the blog post. All right. So this piece right here is actually for the watering can. You can see the little holes that are in there, right? Okay. So this is, you can leave it plain, or you can do it like this and add a little color. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to glue this on. And then that's going to add just a tad bit of color. And what I used for this particular set for the can and the tools, I used a silver glossy paper. Okay. You can use anything that you want, but that's what I used on mine. All right. So now we're going to add the heart to the front of our watering can here. Add that. There we go. And then these pieces over here, these are for your handles on your tools, right? So we're going to start with one and glue this on. I mean, they absolutely thought of everything with this die set. But that does not surprise me with Kelly with Lawn Fawn, because she always does. She comes up with everything that you think you're going to need. She's already one step ahead. So I love that she added the pieces that you could, add pattern paper or cardstock or whatever you want to the actual tool. I really, really loved that. All right, so then we're going to do this other one. So I'm doing all of this now just to get it out of the way. Then I'm going to show you how to do the interactive part of it. All right, let me scooch that out of the way. And then we're going to add this onto our little gardening tool here. And it just, it just adds a little bit more color to your project. And I just love that. And then what I did also for this is I took the mini sunflower that I showed you. This is in the fairy set. And I stamped out 3 of these with black ink, my Gina K black ink pad. And then I colored it. Then I colored it with watercolors. So that's how I created the flowers. And then, of course, once I got them all cut and everything, I always put a clear sealer on all of my stamped images. It just makes it last longer. The colors pop better, and it makes the whole image last longer. So after I colored them and I cut them out, then I just put them on a paper plate and I sprayed a clear sealer over all of them. So then what we're going to do from here then is slide these in. Okay, and I'm just going to add some glue while I'm here because they'll pop out if you don't. Okay, so we're going to add that. And then we have this one that, let's scooch that one down just a little bit. Then I have this one. Add to that. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to add this last flower. All right, there we go. I'm going to tuck that in right behind. All right, just like that. And now you have some pretty posies in your watering can. So let's go ahead and glue this one down. All right. So we've got our watering can and our flowers. Everything's all decorated. So now you can take all of this and set it aside. Because we're going to be using this in just a bit. So for right now, we're going to set it aside. Clean my desk off here. Okay. And now we're going to work on the actual interactive part of it. Okay. So what you're going to need, you're going to need 2 of the smaller circles. And you're going to need 1 of the bigger circles. Okay. So this is going to be your back piece. This is going to be your front piece. So we're going to start with this one first. And then you're going to have, this is going to be what's underneath it. All right. So what you want to do once you have it all colored, you have it all stamped up and colored, then you're ready to, start putting it together. Now for this is where the template, the stencil template comes in to help you guide you on where to put your images so they're not going to be seen outside of the circle. All right. So you can see here, let me see. This has got a slit in it. So you want 1 of these and then you're going to stamp that up, and then 1 in white and then 1 in another pattern paper. All right. So in this die, for the little give it a whirl, you're also going to have 2 other pieces. This little piece here, and then this is the handle. Now I went ahead and already glued on my and you have this piece also. This is to be able to show your recipient how the card actually moves. Okay, so we're going to start with this first. Now this is cardstock for the handle. The handle is done in cardstock, and it's a heavy cardstock. You want to use 100-pound or 110-pound cardstock, because like I always tell you guys, when you're doing interactive stuff, you want to make sure that your elements are going to be sturdy, right? So you want to use the heavier cardstock for this piece. Now this piece, and this is what's different with this is copy paper or printer paper. You're going to die cut one of these, and then it has a score line in the center there, and you're going to fold that over just like that. And then we're going to start to assemble the piece, okay? But copy paper is important for this, because if you try to use a cardstock, one side, here, I did an example just to show you guys. If you use anything other than the copy paper, it's going to come up like this, okay? And I wanted you guys to see that, because you don't want this to be popping up away from your base. All right, so copy paper. All right, so we're going to take, this is our front piece. So we're going to take this, and we're going to add a little bit of glue. This is the only piece right here that holds this whole mechanism together, which is so cool, because when I first got it, I thought, oh, I don't know how that's going to work. But again, it works perfect. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take that and you're going to adhere that down on the back of your front piece, okay? And you can see right here with the slit, you want to put it right there on that slit and glue it down. And then you also want to make sure, once you do have it glued down or taped, tape will work too, you want to make sure that this is not, if you do use glue, make sure that this does not stick to this piece, okay? All right, so you've got this now. Now we're ready to put the handle on. Let me grab that puppy. All right, now for the handle, you're going to put this, okay, this piece right here, and we're going to glue this onto the back of our front piece, okay? And you'll be able to see when you do this, it lines up perfectly with the handle. So let me flip it over just a bit to show you. Whoops. Oh, no, no, no. All right, let's try that again. Add a little bit more glue here. All right, so you're going to do it like this in between the slit there. There we go. And you're going to line that up. Let me put it down. It'll make it easier. And you can see that it's going to, it lines up perfect with your front piece. Okay, so now you have your handle, and you're going to put it just so this piece right here pops out. I'm going to move this just a smidge. Okay, just to make sure that nothing funky happens. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the back piece of this, which you're not going to see, so you just do it in some white. Okay, and then you're going to line it up with the two of the slits, right? You're going to add some adhesive here. So we're going to do that right now. And again, make sure that your adhesive is only on the part that you want it to be on, which is this piece. Okay. And then we're going to line it up very carefully. with the back here. Make sure that that is going to stay glued down really well. And then what I did is play with it, okay, just to make sure that it's adhering. And looks good. All right. Takes a little bit longer when you're using glue, of course. So, but this is important. You really want to make sure that this is going to be on there really, really well, okay? All right, so now we've got our front piece. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the sunflower. Now, I was a little worried about this when I did it, and I tried a bunch of different ways because I wanted to make sure that I got it all right. What I was concerned about was the points on this sunflower. I was concerned that it was going to catch, but I didn't. Knock on wood. I did not have any issues with that at all. But what you want to do is, if you're going to use this for your center, you want to cut that slit. So how I did it was I took my sunflower just like this, and I laid it down. And then I opened the back up where I could see it right there. And then I just stuck my pencil in there and drew a quick line. And then that's how I knew where to cut my sunflower. So now we're going to add this. Now, again, this was done with the sunflower stamp, with the stamp set. It was done stamped in black ink on white cardstock, and I colored it in with watercolors, very soft watercolor. And then, of course, I sprayed it with a clear sealer. All right, so now we're ready to put these two pieces together. So we want to make sure that this really lines up, because if it doesn't, you're going to have problems. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this one little piece off here. There we go. All right, so now we're going to add some glue. And what I really did when I was creating this, I really made sure that I got those edges of the points down really, really well. I was more concerned about those than I was the center of the card. So obviously you do not want to glue the slit. So you just want to add some glue around and make sure, like I said, that you get those points. And then you can add a little bit to the middle there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to line this up with our other little circle here. And make sure before my glue sets that everything is right with the world. And it looks like we are good to go. All right. And if you do, I see something else I want to just trim. If you do see something that, you're afraid is going to catch, then, just trim it off. Now, also with this, you don't have to necessarily do, this image. You can, or on regular paper, cardstock, you can, stamp directly onto your pattern paper. But I wanted to make sure that the colors didn't get muted, behind a colored or a pattern paper. So that's why I did it this way. Okay, so now you've got this piece done, the front piece. Now this is the one that goes underneath. So again, what I did here was I stamped in black with my Gina K, and then I added all of these cute little things around it, the little hearts and the flowers around it. And then now what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to pop it into that slit there and turn it over. And you want to make sure that you get this part clears. Okay, let me try to pull that back just a smidge so you can see that. There you go. You want to make sure that that part gets underneath or it won't turn. And then what you're going to do from here is you're just going to manipulate your paper. Now, it does take some, some work to do, but hey, you want something to come out really cool. It's going to, sometimes it's just going to be a lot of work. So that's all right. All right. So we're just going to try to manipulate this. And I am caught on something. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, what am I stuck on? Oh, I see. Okay, this is what I meant about if you see things that are going to make it not work, then just go in and just nip that off just a little bit. And you got to make sure that this is going to go good. And again, okay, so now let's try this again. All right, so we're going to plop that in. And you want to make sure that that first piece, your front panel, you want to make sure that that is what you're catching this with, okay? So in other words, it's not the back piece, it's the front piece. And this is the one that you want to, wow, I cannot get this one to move. Holy smokes. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. So manipulate it to where you can get it to work. Okay, there we go. Yeah. And like I said, sometimes you just got to fuss with it because, it's an interactive part. So what we're trying to do now is just manipulate the paper to do what we want it to do. All right. So there, we've got the little slide thing going. Okay. Let me make sure that that's in there nice and good. All right. And then I'm going to close this. Okay. So this is the front portion of your circles. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add some foam tape. So for this, we're going to take some foam tape, and I want you to make sure that you cut it really thin. Okay. Because if not, you can get your pieces can get stuck, and we don't want that. So we're going to just cut. We're going to try to cut. My fingers aren't working. There we go. All right. And then we'll just start adding. And what you want to do is you want to go right on this stitching part right here. You can see that? Yep. Okay. So you want to go right in there. And then that's where you want to lay your foam tape. So what you're going to do is you're going to manipulate it around just like that. Okay, there we go. And then we'll add another piece right here. Oh, let me pull that down just a smidge. All right. You really, like I said, you really want to make sure that you stay away from this part, the wheelie part. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to do just a couple more pieces. And you can do it all the way around. I did it both ways. I did it all the way around, and then I did it again, just trying to do it in separate pieces like that. So you can do it either way. And that's the reason why I make up so many of these things when I'm working on interactive cards, is so I can test everything out and make sure that I give you guys the information that you need to make sure that it's correct. All right, so we're going to add this one here. Okay. And again, we want to keep that away from our paper. It probably would have been easier if I would have done this ahead of time, but I wanted you guys to see how I did it, just so you would know. All right, and then we'll add this last little piece. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, and then add it right there. All right. So now what we're going to do, of course, is to peel all of this tape liner off. There we go. And that one. Oh, this one's already started. Okay. So now you have your mechanism all done and it's ready to be loaded onto your card. Okay. So again, I'm going to pray that this works well. Because it is, if it, for me, if it doesn't work great, then it's user error, not the company's error. So so I just want to make sure that I get this right. All right, so we're going to take this and then I stuck it right here.
And if it doesn't work well, it's because you're live.
Well, of course. You know, I mean, I could do a video where I could talk over and, you know, like do it all out and then just talk over the video. That would be good. But, you know, when you're doing live, you can't do that. So, all right, this tape is sticking out a smidge here and I don't like it. All right, come on. There. All right. So we've got that on. Now let's pray that it turns. Okay, so again, you're going to go. And this is where, and this is hard for me too because of my nails. Okay. See, it's getting caught on the tape. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you just really have to work with it, you guys. And there we go. And just get it going the right way. I sat and played with mine last night for a while just to make sure that it worked really, really well. Okay, so there's your inside. So, you know, you may have to do that, you know, when you're creating one of these. And then we're just going to turn that around this way. And come on, baby. All right. Well, you get the gist of it, right? All right. So we're caught on something, probably the tape, because I know it's not the sunflower. All right. So you just want to make doubly sure. Oh, yeah. It's not going to do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. You just want to make sure, just manipulate it, you know, as many times as you need to make sure that it's going to work correctly. Okay. And it is a very simple mechanism to put together. You just got to be careful with, you know, putting the tape around. And, you know, you just want to make sure that you do it all correctly. And then, most importantly, you want to manipulate your paper. Okay. So mine is still getting stuck a little bit. So what I did with this last night is I didn't put it down really firmly. So when it wasn't working, I would pick it up and move it again. And then that's how I kept testing it last night. And again, it worked perfect. But I'm live, so it's not going to today, but that's all right. You saw how it was done, and that's the most important part. Okay, so now you've got your mechanism on. And now all you got to do is just finish adding your little embellishments. So for that, what I did here was I took my watering can, and I'm going to add just a little bit of foam tape because I want it to pop up just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to add that. And that's going to go down here in this corner. There we go. Okay. And then this one, I cut out a couple different ones last night when I was working with it. I used the green, but I like the yellow too. But when you use this, you will have to cut this down. Okay. So this is just a die cut that I had. And I just liked the different pattern and I wanted something to fill in. So this worked perfect. But I did have to cut some of it off to make room for what I wanted, which is the reason why I liked this one, because you can cut it up without distorting the whole die. There. All right. I'm going to trim these up here just a smidge. And here we go. Okay. So for this, not a lot. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Just in a couple places. And then we're going to put this down right there. There we go. Okay, and then for our little pieces here, again, I wanted just a little bit of foam tape just to pop those up. So I'm just going to cut a little tiny piece here and then cut it in half because those handles are a little thin. So you want to make sure that your tape doesn't show. All right, so we've got that one, and then we'll add to this one. All right. Does anybody have any questions while I'm doing this?
No.
I know you always keep track, Anne.
Yeah, Tammy just said that she'll have to catch the replay. And Penny just purchased this die, so.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You are gonna love it, Penny. It really, and it is very simple to put together. It really is. Those are the kind of interactive dies that I like so much. When I love doing them, but if they're really, really difficult, it can get a little disheartening. If
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay, that's all right. Suri wasn't talking to you. Suri's got something to say. All right, so we're going to add those there. And then the last part we're going to do is add our little seed pocket. And again, I just took a little micro pen and I just wrote seeds. On there, and then I did stamp it up just a couple little places, with the little flower there. And then we're going to add all right, we're going to add this. Oh, that was a lot of glue that came out in that. All right, add that down here in the corner there. And then I took 2 of the flowers that I had. It was so perfect. These were so perfect in color. I couldn't believe it. I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, these will work perfect. So for these, because we are doing live and I do want it to set, I'm going to add them with the glue gun. Okay, and I just added one there. And then this other little one right here. And I still love using flowers and stuff in my, in my work. I just think that it just gives the project just that extra little bit of oomph. So there you go. That's how it's made. Very simple. And then you're going to go, on the inside, decorate your inside however you want. But that's how you put it together. Very simple mechanism. Love it, love it, love it. Just make sure that you work with it really well before you start, Now see, now it's going to go really good. Of course it is. See? So it does work, you guys. There we go. Look at that go. All right. Oh, I'm so happy. I was so worried that it wasn't going to work.
But sometimes you just have to play with it a bit, I think.
You do. You've got to manipulate those papers because they're paper. It's not going to just, it's not going to just do it. You got to talk to it, which
Very
I talked to
nicely.
it. Yeah, well, I started out nicely, then it went into something a little bit more that wasn't so nice. But that was around 2 a.m. this morning, you guys. So, I think I was allowed to use a few swear words. But very, very simple to make. I just love the pale colors of it all. And it's super fun, interactive. I mean, who
That's
doesn't
an
love it?
interactive card that seems so easy. Yes, that's nice.
It is. It really, really is. And like I said, a lot of interactive cards are not.
Right.
But this one, super easy. There you go. All right. So, talk amongst yourselves while I switch cameras here and I get a little something to drink.
Well, Beatrice said you did great at explaining. So that's good.
Awesome.
I mean, that helps to know that, sometimes when we're talking and not getting any feedback, we're wondering if we're doing it correctly. So,
exactly.
thank you, Beatrice. And Penny said, cute with a bunch of sunflowers because she knows you love them.
Yes, I do. Thank you very much, Penny. Penny is my sunshine girl.
Yes.
There we go. I needed something to drink. I was like, I gotta get something. But yeah, I mean,
especially when something isn't working and you're doing a live and then you start getting parched and you keep talking and talking.
Yep, that's it. But the one thing that is different for me on this particular card is the light colors that I use for the sunflowers, because normally they would have been bright.
Yeah.
But nope, we just wanted that really soft.
Well, and that paper was perfect to make it that way, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that was the idea that I had in my head. But I had a whole different thing planned when I started this, and I ended up doing something completely new. So yeah. So by 3 a.m. this morning, I said, okay, that's it. I'm too old for this. I'm going to bed.
Speaking of doing something totally different.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I told Lisa this. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But I want all of you to know that this Friday, 6:30 Central Time, I think it might start at 6. I don't think that the show goes live till 6:30. But people come in the chat room at 6.
Okay.
I am going to be live on Craft Roulette.
Oh, no, I did not know that. Awesome.
I work very well under pressure. I do my projects lots of times. They're in my head. I just do them. But this is totally different. If you guys have not seen Craft Roulette before, Mary's been doing it for about 4 years. She does it every Friday night.
Cool.
There are 4 different topics, and she has a spinning wheel. And there's 20.
Oh my gosh.
There's 24 things listed under each of those topics. So she
Already.
spins the wheel, and Beatrice says she watches it once in a while. So she
Yeah.
spins the wheel, and one of the topics is color. So it might be ice cream store. It might be springtime. I won't know ahead of time
No
what
way.
I'll be creating. But I'm going to be live with Mary. And I think the show lasts a couple hours, probably because you have to then go through your studio and pick all this stuff. So one of the topics is colors. One of them is like a theme. I'm not sure what they all are, but yeah,
I
I'm
couldn't
doing
do it. I couldn't do it. I would be a rambling mess.
Well, and I may be, but
No, you will
I
not.
was
You will
guaranteed as long as I finished a card and could explain why this little tiny hand-drawn flower was a bouquet.
Well, I
I'd be fine.
have heard of craft roulette many times, but I've never checked it out.
Well, you'll have
So-
to this Friday.
Okay, so Friday again, what time?
Well, it'll be 4:00 your time. It is 6:00 Central Time. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
So we
gonna
did
write
the
that down.
testing of all my cameras and everything on Monday. Beatrice said I couldn't do it. I would be a wreck. No, don't do it.
I would too. I'm right there with you.
Well,
Beatrice,
Amanda
you're-
from Pear Blossom Press wanted me to do it last year. She said, "Oh, you need to go on the show, And I said, maybe Lisa would be good at that.
Last minute? No. I would be good as far as the talking, hey, let's, have fun kind of stuff, but to actually craft just with one word saying, okay, you got to make something from this one word. No.
Oh, there'll be 4 words,
Okay,
4 different
4
words, and you got to put them all together.
You know me, I would be so lost.
Well, if you all want to watch me, it will be this Friday. And actually, Bella Crafts is sponsoring the whole month of March. There's already been 2 Fridays. I think there's 5 Fridays in March. We are giving away a ticket to BellaCon each week without the swag, but we're giving away a ticket to one lucky person each week. So
that's awesome.
Come and watch. You might win,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
Okay,
so
well, I got it written down.
It is something totally different. Out of my comfort zone. I mean, I'm good at last minute in my studio. I mean, I'll be in my studio. I'll have a camera on me.
I mean, when I started this project, I showed you guys I had a whole different stamp set. I had the paper picked out how I wanted. I had it all designed. It was going to be fabulous. And I knew that it wouldn't take me any time to put it all together. So, Saturday and Sunday, I was with family and, so I thought, I could do this Monday and be done with it. And then I opened up everything and went, oh my gosh, now I got to come up with a whole new concept. So, yeah, I could not do it on the sly. Nope.
Yep. Wow.
I'd probably be standing there crying, going, no, I don't want to do this.
Wow.
But you are going to be fabulous.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, you are. You know that. She breezes through things and doesn't get ruffled. I get all tongue-tied.
Well, I did one of my first, let me see. I've been doing lives forever. Used to do them with Tiffany back in the day. But at a trade show one time, I was supposed to do this new virtual show. And I was decorating tennis shoes. And I didn't have them. You know, they came right before I left. I got to the show and I went around the trade show floor to vendors I knew to get my supplies, and I made them live on air.
Remember
But they
that?
turned out adorable. You know.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. Oh,
Yep. But you know, it worked. It all worked.
yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
I think it's exciting.
want to remind you all that I will be live at 2:00. So in about an hour, a little less than an hour, I will be live doing a quick and easy gift container.
Gift box.
And Lenine, you're fine. Come to my show in like less than an hour.
Yep.
And watch Lisa's replay. Yes.
Yes.
So I'm doing a little gift container, but I'm going to show you a couple tricks and different ways to do it. So it'll be quick, and I just wanted to share because I do love Lawn Fawn's dyes, and this one is fabulous.
Yeah.
And we'll announce the winner from last week on my show.
Yes. Yep.
So
Yep.
All
right. So that is it for me this week. Don't forget, Anne's going to be up in a little less than an hour, and we're going to have more fun, and I'll probably be just as goofy because I'm tired. But we'll get through
she
all
was
of
up
it.
because she was working. I was up because I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, well, you don't. You only
she sent me a message at 4:00 this morning saying, "So I see somebody else is still up." And I'm thinking, what are you doing up? It's 2:00 her time. And this woman, she's like my sister was.
Yep.
This girl needs 12 hours.
Yep.
You know, I used to say my sister always did my sleeping for me.
Yeah.
Because my sister could sleep. I mean, that girl, she could sleep 12 to 14 hours. You know,
can't do that long.
I just,
10 to 12, yeah.
No, I just, unless I'm super sick, but I couldn't sleep because I just have so much to do.
Yeah,
so,
no, I can't function if I can't function. Honestly, I cannot function if I don't have good sleep. So that's why I said last night I'm too old to be doing this 3:00 in the morning nonsense. But I wanted to bring you this fabulous card to show you guys, and I wanted it to be as perfect as I could get it. So I'm glad that you were here to watch. So until
1 second, Lenine said she was up till 4:30 on Monday and Tuesday because she was at a virtual event and is exhausted. I hope it was fantastic. And Penny says she's lucky if she gets 4 hours. I used to be good if I would get 4 to 6 hours. 6 was a bit much sometimes. I would say if I got 4 to 5, I was good all my life until I had COVID. I had COVID. It stopped me dead in my tracks. And I probably sleep more now than I ever have. But I still don't sleep a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and plus we're getting older, so
speak for yourself.
Yeah. I look at age like this. I am just glad every morning that I am up and I am awake and I have another day on this planet.
And
so
you can
I don't
move.
care about birthdays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about birthdays. I don't care about wrinkles or.
You do care about your birthday. Don't even say that.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I love my birthday.
I was going to say.
No, as a matter of fact, guys, my birthday is coming up on the 31st of this month. Just to let you know,
I already knew, but you're telling everybody else.
I'm telling everybody else. Well, I know you know, but. Yeah, no, I love my birthday. No, what I'm saying is I don't care about age. I don't care. I'm just glad to be alive every day. So
Penny says the mind is willing, the body's not able. Sometimes this is true. Lenine said it's the number of the birthday. You can be like Jack Benny and you're just 39 forever.
Like forever. Yeah. Well, my sister-in-law, Tina, who is also my very bestest friend in the whole wide world, we don't even discuss it around her. She wants nothing to do with the whole birthday thing. And she looks fabulous. She's my age and no wrinkles. I'm telling you, the Rojas gene is, I don't know, they need to market it or something because, man, their skin, my husband's, forget about it. And I got wrinkles everywhere. I don't care, guys. I really don't.
Hey, as long as we're ticking.
That's it, exactly. All right, you guys. So we will see you back here in about 45 minutes now since we've gabbed so much. But until then, and for the rest of the week, don't forget to take a little time to craft.
Because it's good for your soul.
It really is. All right, you guys. We'll see you in a
We'll
bit.
see you guys.
Bye.
Make sure you join us.